Dude, this Bombardier 650 is kind of make me itch for a good CRJ model.
Hello, 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 guys and gals. Hello. This is Dewan here, and we got First Officer Max over here. First Officer Bones, rather.
Howdy.
Uh, yeah, man. Welcome, man. This is the start of something special. If I do say so myself.
I know it is.
The
Really?
start of yeah, dude. It's gonna be sick. This is guys and gals. This is the start of Coastal Meridian, man. Coastal Meridian.
Yeah, CMD.
Well, yeah, Part 135, man. Based out of Houston currently, man.
Call sign Seabreeze.
Sea breeze, man. Runs like the breeze. It's gonna be sick,
Yep.
man. Fleet of Challenger 650s, a couple of pilots on board, making a bunch of money.
Hell yeah.
In a minute, I'm gonna get the OFP over to our first officer here, and we'll talk a little bit about our flight today and what you can expect from this channel. Hopefully, a lot of shared cockpits because that's kind of the goal, but also too we may have, so we have 4 pilots employed. Okay, we have me, First Officer Bones here, and another member of the virtual airline. But in case one of us can't be here, we got Johnny, dude. He's the first officer that's kind of unspoken, if you will. And yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Except for he turns on your APU at freaking 300.
yeah. I know, it's
Other
awesome, right? It's
other than that,
freaking.
he's a good pilot.
I wouldn't say good, man. He's an average pilot, in my opinion, at least. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. When he's well rested, he's an average pilot.
but yeah. Anyways, so today's flight, right? We're gonna be using Jet Card as a Jet Card virtual airline, if you will. We're just getting started with it. We've done a couple of flights, just testing some things out. But everything is good and dandy now. We got everything set up past the couple hurdles that we had to go through, right? And I mean, here we are, man. We've done a couple
Here
of
we
them.
are. Yep.
So today we're flying, doing a quick round trip today. On this live stream up to a Northwest Arkansas National Airport. We have a client here, Kimpton. Lynn Kimpton. She's part of Crescent Capital Partners, and it seems this briefing is going to be due with a financial deal closing. Okay, sound good to you, Max, or First
Yep.
Officer Bones? Yeah.
Yep.
Um, Oh man, full boat today, full boat. So we're gonna have a total of 8 passengers actually today. So we're gonna have a lot of people on board. They should be showing up here in probably about 30 minutes, I would say. But here's the details of the trip. So we got Lynn Kimpton. She's the Crescent Capital Partners General Counsel, and she's moving a party of 8 to Bentonville to close the deal. Um, the signing, the handshakes, whatever final documents need to happen in the room. So that's why we're taking them up there to Northwest Arkansas. Bentonville sits in the northwest corner of Arkansas, a small town that punches well above its weight commercially and has drawn serious financial and institutional attention for years. Black car is staged at the FBO on arrival. The receiving party has that arranged. So that's kind of the backstory on the trip here. So we're taking Lynn up to do whatever dirty work that um, the Crescents do. But they won't
Yep.
hear me say that. So it's gonna be a quick there and back trip, right? They go up there, simulate that for an hour, and then we're gonna come head back. Okay.
All right.
So if you want, Max, what I'll do really fast is I'll share my screen and we can kind of look over the weather if you want to do that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
So first things first, let me go ahead and do this right here. This is not what I was trying to do. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go ahead and share my screen, Max. Let me know when you can see that.
All right. Let's see. Yep. See that?
All right, wonderful.
Perfect.
Right. As you can see, just a quick little hop up to Arkansas, man. It seems to be we're going to be
Yeah.
passing some of our other friends in the virtual. But weather, man, not much going
Yeah.
on. Looks like stuff's just
There's a
past you.
convective segment. Should be. I just flew through it, so.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like there's a convective segment just to the east of us, but I don't think that should be a factor, honestly. We'll just cut the corner of it. It seems like most of the precipitation has gone a little bit eastbound, if you would agree with that. So that shouldn't be really much of a factor for us. I'm not sure why it's looking like that, but.
Okay, just check the NOTAMs. NOTAMs look good.
Hold on a second. This is looking funky. There we go. All right, there we are. There we go. That looks good. So yeah, NOTAMs are looking good. No major NOTAMs that are going to affect our flight today. The only quote unquote threat I see is this little convective segment off to our east. I mean that's no fact. Let's be honest with ourselves, right? This jets could punch right through that unless it's we're going through some red, but there seems to be nothing. Maybe some minor turbulence, but flight time today looking for about an hour and 9 minutes on the ground or on air to air, maybe an additional 20 minutes on both sides on the ground. Okay.
All right.
You got the OFP?
Yeah, OFP.
All right. So I mean, with all that being said, I'll go talk to Jenny. How about you go down to the airport or to the plane and let's start getting her set up. What do you think about that?
All right.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
All right. Oh, what a pretty bird. What a pretty... Oh, beautiful, beautiful scenery, man. I'm sorry. Every time I see this, I'm just so... Some people overhate X-Plane, I believe. But... let me go back.
Look at that sunset, dude.
I couldn't help but go look at it really fast, even though I need to talk to Jenny, so... Let me have a couple words with her.
Welcome to Hot Start Flight Support. How can we help you today?
Hey, Jenny. Yeah, got about 8 passengers coming through here. Please send the fuel truck out to 521 Charlie Mike as per usual. I would say we need about 30 minutes to get the plane up and running, and 2 crew, 8 passengers, 10 people on board. In the fuel truck, and that should be it. Thank you, Jenny.
Of course, Captain. I'll get that organized.
Yeah, man.
Right away.
Jenny's such a good dispatcher.
She is. She came from my company, actually.
Oh yeah, did she? You picked a good one, Max. Captain Bones. Captain Bones. So, what do you want to do for the route structure? You want to spin the heading knob?
You could go ahead and fly both legs. I've already flew 2 legs of my jet this morning, so.
Oh yeah, so that fatigue's probably rolling in, huh?
Yeah, that's a factor. So.
I'll go ahead and get this thing up and running. Let me just let's fight the urge to not do the checklist. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the checklist up. You know how it is.
Yeah. Let me put my bags down.
Yeah, put the bags in there. And it looks like all the circuit breakers are pushed into me.
Okay.
Which are actually simulated in this wonderful aircraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all. Ignore me to right behind you. I'm not doing anything weird. I promise. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tight squeeze.
I'm hoping the chat can hear you. I'm not just talking to myself here. Ignore me to right behind you. I'm not doing anything weird. I promise. Yeah. Oh no, you're perfect. Okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah. All right.
All right, wonderful. So over at switches, everything looks to be in the opposition. That's great. We can turn the nav light on, honestly, because that's always going to stay on. Turn off that. That looks good here. Everything seems to be in the right position. Landing gears down. Flaps are up. Spoilers are up. That's all looking good and dandy there. Everything looks good. Logbook. We checked that about 30 minutes ago. We had actually on the way down here 2 or 3 nights ago, we had a high vibration warning. So we got the maintenance crew to check that out, and that's all squared away. Go ahead and turn on the batteries, and we're gonna look on the DC electric synaptic page. Make sure we have above 22 volts, hopefully, which we do. That's good. And we can come ahead and pull this actually up. Oh, Max. Yeah, that's awesome. So I was making fun of Max earlier actually about the problem that's happened to me now. We got to go reset the APU.
Had an APU issue.
Yeah, you know how it is in this plane. So.
It happens.
Yeah, all in a day's journey. This is it right here. Open that thing up. Yeah, APU overspeed. We can just reset it in here. You gotta click and hold it. Actually, it's not just a an easy thing. You gotta click and hold it. That should do the trick.
See, this is realistic ops right here.
Yeah. You know, things happen. I'm not sure what we did to mess it up, but hey, we just gotta reset it, and that's that on that.
Yeah. Maintenance maybe shut it down improperly.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably what happened. Honestly. Let's go ahead and let's do our fire tests, which I believe is down here, not up there. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
There it is. Jet
Jet
pipe
pipe overheat.
Perfect. That's wonderful. All right, let's go ahead and start the APU. So, and we'll monitor that. There it is, starting. And we got EGT rise as well as RPM rise. So.
Hey, let me tap on your shoulder. Hey.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
once you get the APU on and you get all your lights on, I'll test your lights and then your gear door pins.
Yeah, no issue. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
There we go. APU's on now, and all lights are going on now.
All right. Okay.
Looks good. Is the nose door clear?
Yeah, looks good. No source clear.
Wonderful. Okay, let's go ahead and that hydraulic A pump is on for you. 3A is on. So.
All right. And you get the lights off.
Wonderful. Keep the logo light and the wing inspection light on.
Yeah. All right.
All right, yeah. So we got our DCs looking good. One thing that's good about this plane is that if something's wrong, it'll tell you, right? So if there's a big issue here, you're gonna have red and stuff. So nothing looks bad here. We'll go to the AC page. That looks wonderful with that too. Navigation lights and stuff. Cockpit lights. We can kind of do that as we go, right? Everything looks perfect here, but in a little bit it's gonna get pretty dark. So, yeah. Do the lamp test, first light of the day. So, looks good here. Looks good. And let's go ahead and pull this thing back. Everything looks good here. Looks good. Looks good. All right, perfect. Lamp test is completed. We can do the our duct monitor.
Bleed air duct.
Perfect. And do test loop A. Loop A is good. Let's test loop B. All right, perfect. That's awful. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, we can test the. Make sure that our position page is all good and dandy. Let's go and throw that in there. That's wonderful. And let's go and import our flight plan today. Northwestern Arkansas, I believe we're going to, which is an airport I've never been to. So, new airports for both of us today, I think. Right, Max?
Yep.
Awesome, awesome.
All right, Captain. Fuel truck is hooked up.
Fuel
Just
truck's
let me know
here.
how much fuel you need.
We
Or would
need
you like more
4,100
tanks full
pounds,
today?
and we got plenty, man.
Have a nice day.
Honestly, hey, sorry, Jerry. Sorry, man. I didn't know how much fuel was gonna be on a jet, so we appreciate your hard work here. Appreciate your hard work. Yeah, I hate doing that to him, but hey, better be safe than sorry. You know what I mean? And we'll send that off and let that that do its thing. Or we can go ahead and test the anti-skid. Anti-skid looks good. Nose door. Did you close the nose door?
Yeah, nose door is closed.
All right, perfect. We can turn all
Heard
these
that 3A
on.
wind down back here. It's cool.
Yeah, it's all. This is man.
Oh, I hear them all on.
I just turned them all on, man. This plane is amazing, man. You cannot tell me otherwise.
It's vibrating in the back. I'm gonna close off all these blinds again.
Okay.
Keeps the cabin cool.
Yeah, no, we're wonderful.
More, yeah, fuel efficient. All right. Walk around's good. Didn't find anything.
Yeah, dude, I remember back in the day, man. My instructor, like on certain days, would leave shit like Snickers bars and stuff, like in the near things. He knew that most of the students weren't looking behind the tires. You know what I mean? So he'd leave like a Snickers bar or something down.
Let's see. Are we getting? Let's see. That's weird.
What?
All right. Are we getting any oxygen?
Any oxygen?
Yeah, crew oxygen.
Oh man, yeah. Would you look at that? I don't believe we are getting any.
We'll take a look.
Yeah, go check in the panel. I believe there's a panel on the outside that shows the crew oxygen.
No, I checked it. It was a green disc.
Are we not getting any oxygen?
Yeah, I'm testing the oxygen. I'm not getting any. It looks like the valve's closed. I'm gonna call maintenance real quick. I'm gonna call the maintenance hotline.
Yeah, let me.
Yeah, you keep setting us up here.
Yeah, I'm looking on the thing maintenance, and seems to be no issues whatsoever.
All right.
So, maintenance says there's no issues, which is weird. But, anyways, where was I at? Oh yeah, nose door, that's all good. Parking brake is set. Hydraulic pumps all are done. Electrical panel, that's good. All those are off. Ignition is off. We could do the AC DC utility switches as well as turn on the LCV and the isolation valve, throw on the packs, and get some air conditioning in this plane. It's pretty hot outside, right? Check the fuel panel really fast, actually. So we'll come up here. Let's get in front of Max. Turn that one on. Make sure both go green. That's perfect. Make sure that one doesn't turn on. Then they should both turn off. There we go. And then turn that one off. They should both stay green. That should turn on. And they should both turn off. That's wonderful. So fuel panel is good. All that's good. And we can go ahead and go to the next page on the checklist. So that's all good there. Alright, so air conditioning panel is all set. We got it blowing cold air back there. It's really hot up in down here in Houston, actually. The pressurization panel today, we're going up to Arkansas, which is 1,300 feet above. So we'll throw that up there. I'm not sure the altimeter yet, actually. Let me check the weather. Weather's showing 2995, so we can actually set that about right there. Perfect. Oh, what do we got next? So, bleeder panel's good, pressurization's good. We can test this stuff up here, actually. We pull this up, actually, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go on the ice detection. Ice, that's good. Now wing overheat. Perfect. We'll take these guys to high. Click test. Wonderful. Turn those both off. And then we'll turn on the cowl, make sure we don't see any malfunctions on our MFD here. No malfunctions, wonderful. Let's turn that off. Emergency lights can be armed. Turn on the seatbelt signs. ELT is in the armed position too. as we mentioned, turn off that master caution on our EFIS page. I'm not seeing anybody on VATSIM, at least that I'm seeing. Let me double check. Because if not, we'll just go direct to our cruise.
Okay. All right.
I lied. No, we have we got Houston approach on. Actually, this is the same guy that disconnected us the other day. So I'll go ahead and file a flight plan. If you join, just make sure you join as an observer.
Yeah, it's I'm already in as an observer, so
Wonderful. Choo-choo. Let me go ahead and pre-file really fast. So 2995 here.
Hot start flight support. Jenny speaking. How can we help? Always a pleasure. Take care.
and what are we shooting for in the fuel? 7,200.
No, 41. This should be fine.
All right.
So we're above by a good amount actually.
Yeah, the fuel imbalance here.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's sick.
We'll deal with that after we start the engines.
Yeah.
I'll review the QRH for that. Receipt.
Yeah, I mean, probably what we could do is just freaking turn the cross flow or something. That should be.
Yeah, there's
probably
a procedure for it.
Yeah, I figured that's probably just gonna say something along those lines. What else we got? 380. We'll throw that into our altitude. Actually, we don't know what he's gonna give us, so I lied. Yeah, yeah, it is. Been a while since I've flown on VATSIM, so.
Yeah, same here.
Like with the actual ATC, typically it's just CTAF.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway, so where was I at? I was, so I already did all that. Crew oxygen, we just checked that. That's fine. I think it's just glitched, honestly. Because everything was working. I just checked with the maintenance crew. Everything's working on that. So we got crew oxygen. Did you check the DC warning panel, the CVR?
Yeah, I did. DCU CVR's test.
Audio panel's probably fine. And I'll go, watch your needs. I'm going to test the stick shaker.
Roger.
Stick shaker looks good. Perfect.
Okay.
Integrated switch. We'll just tune that to the. That's perfect right there. 2995. Oh, clock's fine. EFIS is good. Landing gear overheat. That's going to be this right here. There we go, perfect. All these are switched. We can test that. Both are disconnected. That's good. That's good. Up. Arm these.
Slide slope.
That's good.
Pull up.
That's all good. Thrust reversers are armed. And it's all on that page.
Wind shear. Terrain. Pull up.
Thrust levers are idle and speed switches are all on. Engine vibration check. Let's see if that's working actually. That's a good test to do, especially since we had that issue. They both seem to be working, so that's good. Alright. Let's go ahead and do our trim. So we got all... Let's move my trim up. I like having a... actually, first I gotta turn on the trim, right? That would be smart of me.
Okay.
There we go.
Right, your FMC's filled out.
Well, wonderful, man. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's the first officer dreams right there, man.
Right.
If you want to, too, you can call for clearance. I'm not sure what they're going to have us do.
Roger.
So, that's good. TCAS, we can test the TCAS too while we're down here. Test that. So TCAS is good. ATIS. I believe it's like, I think it's, what's the information again?
TCAS system test okay.
I think he got offline, honestly. But it's information
yeah,
Sierra. Yeah, it's awesome. You know, whenever we get online, he doesn't want to see us coming, so.
Yeah.
We'll switch that back up to 380 then.
31. 2.22. Altimeter 299.5. Area navigation runway approach in use. Departure runway 22.
Hello, Captain. It's Jenny from Hot Start Flight Support. Your passengers have arrived. Shall I have them brought to the plane? Understood. They'll be there in a couple of minutes. Anything else?
Sierra.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
380, that's perfect. And then we'll come flight directors on, and we'll just do takeoff. TCAS I said ATIS, we got that. Clearance, we don't need to worry about that. Flight planning, he's already done all that, which is wonderful. I'm gonna come and confirm the takeoff information. Looks good. That looks good to me. And we have our trim set for departure, which I'll set that a little bit higher actually. What else do we have? So let me set up the chart situation actually too, considering the fact that we're going to be using since I'm live streaming, I'll pull up the charts on here.
Yes.
So I'm gonna, yeah.
And let's see.
So we got the stick 8. Arrival. Do we even have an arrival in here? No arrival, just the ILS 16.
Yeah, I put ILS 16 in the box.
Wonderful. And then we can just brief this. I'll brief the departure really fast.
All right.
So, let's just go over here. Yeah. So honestly, man. Okay. No, I just got a clearance.
What do we get?
Who's online? Approach is still online. I'll tune in to combo.
Oh yeah, I-90 approach. Yeah, 1205.
So we're cleared. Maintain 5,000. He says. We maintain 5,000. And we're expecting 2-2 for departure, he says. Which I assume is probably what we have planned already.
Yeah, that's... Yep.
So we're going to be flying... So we got to head, heading 221, excuse me. I'm...
37, where you parking tonight?
I have 221 set on there, so it's just going to be direct heading 221 radar vectors to Bicey. Top altitude is 5,000 for us, so, and we got what is it? We got a climb gradient. We got to maintain. We're probably gonna be climbing at, what does that say? So 157, so 160 we can say. We got to maintain about. Let's call it 1,600, be conservative, and I have no doubt in my mind that we can maintain 1,600 feet per minute. Would you agree?
Yeah, agree.
Perfect. So we just got to maintain that up until 700 feet, it says. So then we'll go to Bicey, and then from there it's just kind of our own thing. You know, we'll just be flying the departure. You have any questions on this departure?
No questions. Threats, fatigue, and that's pretty much it.
100% fatigue.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so there's our departure briefing done. Flight instruments are looking good. Make sure you set the flex temp. Actually, we're at sea level, so we can be flexing. We'll be flexing 50 right now, but you can all find that in the well, not you, Max, but the people wondering, it's in the the EFB. I just memorized it, so. And since it's my plane, I want to make sure the engines last as long as possible on these things. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, Max. You understand?
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and just throw that in there. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, looking at things, so we got the flight instrument check, perfect. That's why we do that. Make sure that we got a flex temp in there. Departure briefings and emergency procedures. So up until 80 knots, we're going to stop for any malfunction, any warning or caution light. We're going to stop the plane, bring it to a halt, taxi off the runway if able, and deal with it there. If we got to run the QRH or we got to return back, that's we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Above 80 knots up until V1, which is V1 is going to be 118 for today. We're going to stop for fire, failure, fear, or shear. When I say fear, I mean fear that the aircraft will not fly, and wind shear. Past V1, we're taking it up into the air unless we physically cannot take the plane, like we lose a wing or something. Do you have any questions on that?
Yeah. No questions.
Okay, in case of an engine failure, we'll take it up into the air, get it into a holding pattern, right? We'll call Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. And we'll hold, run the QRH, and probably come back on runway 22, okay?
All right. Yep.
All right, wonderful. Pins, covers, I assume all that's taken away?
Yeah, that's all clear.
All right, I'll let them know to get the chocks out, and I'm going to be putting on my headset now.
Okay, let me put on mine.
We're just waiting for the passengers now, which are probably here, honestly.
Yeah.
So pins, all that stuff is good.
You check if they're on board, or?
No, I'm about to check right now. I'm just making sure we're done with this checklist. Everything is done here, so we'll come to the next, which is going to be the before start checklist.
Then my checklist. Okay. There you go.
Perfect. Normal start. All right, I'm going to go greet the passengers really fast.
All right, Roger.
Hey guys, my name is Dewan. I'm going to be your captain for today. Thank you for choosing us at Coastal Meridian to charter your flight today. I know you got an important business meeting, so we're going to get you there as soon as possible. If I could, though, I am going to play a safety message, so if you could just take a couple moments of your time to listen to that. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we may please have your attention. Your flight crew would like to welcome you aboard this Challenger 650 for your flight today. We would like to take a moment to review the safety features of this Challenger 650 aircraft.
All right, doors armed.
The FAA's regulations require passengers to observe the lighted.
All right, if you're ready, let's go ahead and do the before takeoff checklist. Oh, sorry, before start checklist. Excuse me.
Before start checklist.
During takeoff and landing,
doors.
Seatbelts must be
okay.
secured,
Doors closed.
worn low and tight across your hips.
Doors
if the
closed.
seats are equipped with a shoulder harness,
okay,
it must also be secured while in your seat.
That's on.
Smoking is not allowed while the aircraft is on the ground, or any time the no smoking sign is illuminated. Smoking of cigars and pipes is not allowed at any time.
Ignition.
Smoking is prohibited in the lavatories at all times. Tampering with,
ignition and starting number 2.
The smoke
okay, and then let the ground crew know we're starting at number 2.
Yep.
In the event of an emergency, there are 2 emergency exits on board this aircraft.
Starting number 2.
One overwing emergency exit on the right-hand side of the cabin, and the main passenger door located at the forward left-hand side of the cabin. To open the overwing emergency
20 below
exit
120.
door, pull the handle and then pull the door inward into the cabin. To open the main passenger door, raise the red handle and push the door outward. In the event of an emergency, emergency lighting will illuminate and floor path lighting will direct you to the exits. The exit locations are indicated by illuminated red signs. In the unlikely event
all right, let's roll back. Looking good. Good engine start.
Oxygen masks will automatically deploy from the dispensing units above your head.
We got that fuel imbalance. I'll work on that in a second.
Yeah, we'll figure that out before we depart.
Place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Although
starting number 1. Ready.
Oxygen is flowing to the mask. To adjust the mask, pull the straps on the sides. Put your own mask on before assisting children or persons in need of assistance. Please note that smoking is not allowed when oxygen is in use. There are 2 fire extinguishers on board, located at both the forward and aft of the aircraft.
Ready to start.
Please consult the passenger
I'll press it for you.
location and operation of the
Alright.
fire extinguishers. We invite you to review the passenger briefing cards for all other safety information regarding this aircraft.
20 below 120.
Perfect.
All personal carry-on items should be secured for takeoff and landing. Seatbelts must be worn during taxi, takeoff, and at
Yeah,
any
man.
time when
From all the
seatbelt
jets I've
sign
flown,
is
man, this
illuminated.
definitely has the
To
fastest
fasten the
turnaround
seatbelt,
time
place
for
the flat
getting up
buckle
and ready to
plate into
go.
the buckle. If equipped with a shoulder harness, secure the tab to the buckle. To tighten, pull the tab, and to remove, lift the buckle up. During taxi, takeoff, and landing, seats must be placed in their takeoff and landing position.
All right, there we
Seat
go.
backs
Looks like a
in
good
an
entry start
upright
to me.
position. Aft-facing
Start
seats
checklist
must
complete.
have their headrests fully extended, and if equipped, their
Alright.
headrests filler
After start
cushions
checklist.
must be in place.
Generators.
All storage
On.
compartments and tables must
Ignition.
be stowed for taxi,
Turn that off.
takeoff, and landing.
Okay.
United
Lights
425.
on.
Use of
Approach
portable
ready
electronic
contact.
devices
Position
14
is not permitted
stage.
during
Descend
taxi,
via the
They're
takeoff,
on.
five
and
arrival.
landing.
Flight
Stand by.
Once the aircraft takes off, the crew will inform you when and which types
Yeah,
of
he's
portable
extremely
electronic
loud,
devices
actually, so I'm
are
gonna turn him
permitted
down.
to be
Yeah, I'm
used.
turning it down.
Now
Okay.
that we've gone
Rather
over
Rather
the
than
than
loud.
safety
I mean, that's
instructions,
one thing I love
please
about
sit
X-Plane
back
is the
and
fact that you can
enjoy
actually
your
turn them
flight.
down using the radio
If there
panel.
are any questions,
Yeah.
please do not hesitate to
Cal
ask your
NES.
flight crew.
Is
Let me check
I'll
those.
test those.
Yeah, you can check them. Perfect.
First flight today.
And then while you're at that, I'll go ahead and check my flight
Flight
controls.
Yeah.
So let's go full left, full
Check your
right,
hydraulics while you're doing that.
full up, full down, full left, then full right. There we go. All right. Flight controls are free and correct. Then we can also check the
Alright.
ground spoilers. So I'll go ahead and move these to the armed position. There
Spoilers
they go.
up.
Perfect. Let's go and disarm them.
Right.
And then let's
Good.
go ahead and put the spoilers out. Make sure that it stops the flight spoilers from going out. Wonderful. Now put it back to auto when they go up. Check is complete.
Nice.
Fuel balance is not checked actually, so I guess now would be the time to run that QRH.
Alright, fuel balance QRC. Let's open this up. See what we got. Fuel.
Where is it? Let's see.
Okay, fuel imbalance 90.7.
Oh, you got it up?
Condition.
Perfect.
Fuel imbalance, yeah. Fuel imbalance exists between left and right wing tanks.
Okay.
Determine the cause of the fuel imbalance. We didn't know the cause. It was just the nice fueler did.
Yeah, probably fuel or
Yeah,
incompetency. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Everyday items, you know, it's a pretty common
So-
issue.
On the high tank, we need. So which one's the high tank? Left one.
Yeah.
On the high tank, we need to press in the crossflow, or the left to aux.
So what'd you say? I didn't catch that. Okay, you got it. Okay.
Okay, high tank left to aux, and then when tank quality is equalized. Okay, cool. So that's the only thing you have to do. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have left to aux on, and then once the fuel quantity stabilize, I'll turn it off, and that'll be the end of the procedure. Okay.
Okay. So,
Alright.
all right, then we can just leave that be for. Okay, I
Fuel
see it's
imbalance,
I see it's slowly starting to go down too, which is
Working. Okay, cool.
awesome. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's because the engines are running. So
No, it's going
Fuel
down pretty
balance check.
fast though. Yeah, I see it going down pretty good. But so we
Alright.
got 3 trims set
Yeah.
for takeoff.
No steer.
That's gonna be armed.
APR.
I'll test 1 and 2.
There's one.
There's
There's
2.
two.
All right, perfect.
ADG unit.
And then I'll go and test these for you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and turn off the cow anti-ice. Yeah,
Yeah, that's all.
That's
14
wonderful.
stage. Isolation valve.
that's good. Yeah, ATS N1 right there.
Yep, ATSN one flex.
We can
And
go
then
TCAS.
TCAS.
Yeah.
What's our transponder code?
I believe it was like 6-7. Let me just check without giving you a bad number. Yeah, 6-7. Yeah, what a squad code, dude. Yeah, this guy's definitely with it, isn't he?
Yeah. That's awesome.
It really is, isn't it, man? 6-7. I feel like I gotta mention that to somebody.
Yeah. Take a picture of it, post it on Instagram.
Yeah, man. Be like a fake Challenger pilot, like somebody else. Yeah. I'm joking. Anyways, yeah, check is complete, man. Looks like our fuel quality and balance is back within, but we'll let it balance out even more. There's no harm in that. If you're ready, we can call for taxi.
Back on frequency.
Hello, Max. Seems we
Yeah, 425, you're clear direct shift. Descend and maintain 6,000. Clear direct shift, descend to 6,000, yeah, 425.
hello. Hello. I think we lost our first officer for a second. So I'll
Yankee 9425 will be at your discretion. Maintain 6,000. Maintain 6,000 in 425.
or maybe it's me. No, it's not me.
Freeze.
Oh, there he's back. He's back. What
There
happened?
we go. Internet freeze.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so like I was saying, whenever you're ready, you can call for clearance.
All right.
Or taxi clearance.
All right. All right. Houston approach, Seabreeze 524 at the Millionaire, ready to taxi to with Sierra.
521.
521. Okay.
Good, that was Seabreeze 521.
Yep, Seabreeze 521.
Hey, Seabreeze 521, runway 22, taxi via Hotel Yankee, across 13 left and 13 right at Hotel.
Runway 22, the Hotel Yankee 13 right, 13 left at Hotel. Seabreeze 521.
Seabreeze 521, you've got current ATIS information.
Seabreeze 521, last time we checked it was Sierra. Was there a change?
No, we're good. Sierra's firm.
Alright, thank you. Seabreeze 521.
All right, let's do the before taxi checklist, and we can get out of here, man.
All right.
Approach, good afternoon. 1469.
All right, taxi check, taxi lights.
Just north of oil on the Gusher free arrival.
Wind count, any ice, brake steering, check. Let's do it.
All right, so let's go ahead and disconnect those parking brakes, and we can get.
1469. Squawk 3426.
Air brakes work.
Air brakes.
3426 net 1469.
Check.
All right.
And reverse thrust.
And I'll do reverse thrust right here.
United 14
Versus green.
approach ready contact position reported. Descend via the Gusher 3 arrival.
Alright,
You can
wonderful.
expect vectors to the ILS 8 right final approach course prior to Gusher. And information CR current. Yeah, correction information. You have information at George Bush.
Send via Gusher, expect vectors for 8 right, and we have Echo, United 1469.
Okay, very good. Echo is correct.
All right, so let's go ahead and get taxiing now. So what is the Hotel Yankee, then cross both runways at Hotel, I believe.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
perfect.
on my FMC.
All right, wonderful. So we'll come up here and take a left on the hotel, and we'll get us. We'll go ahead and skedaddle, huh?
Yeah. Stand by here. I'm gonna be messing with my headset here. But, you might won't hear me on intercom. Stand by. Plug in and plug out my headset. These are older A20s, the older models.
Oh yeah, no, 100%, yeah. Yeah, once we get airborne, guys, we'll start discussing a little bit about what Coastal Meridian is, what our mission is, and like how it's kind of a side quest, right? It's nothing like we're gonna treat it as realistic as possible, but it's more of a side quest rather than like a full-on virtual airline. Kind of a like a reason to fly this plane, because I spent some good money on it, and I want to use it. So
Right. Hello.
welcome back.
All right.
All right, cleared the cross both runway. So if I could get you, we can go ahead and turn on the landing lights, and I'll turn on our anti-collision
clear
lights. And I don't see anybody landing on the left nor the right.
Yep.
So we'll clear both of them.
All right.
Houston approach, good evening, United 21 at flight level 220. United 21, Houston approach, got your radar contact. Do you have we are east flow, do you have the guest or two arrival on board?
If we have planned for the guest or two arrival, runway 8 left via the ILS, United 21.
Let's plan on the guest or two arrival, 8 right transition, unless you just have.
So if I believe correctly, that Yankee is going to be the leftmost taxiway.
8 right for the guest or two arrival, United 21.
Alright, United 21, descend the guest or two arrival, runway 8 right transition. And let's see,
Checklist complete.
Just give us 2 minutes, we'll obtain Echo and call you back for United 21.
Roger.
Press on our brakes a little bit here before we break our nose wheel steering, right?
Right.
All right, getting pretty close to the runway, so we can do the before takeoff checklist. Just no lights on, obviously.
Before takeoff checklist, here we go.
United 425, descend maintain 3000.
Anti-collision lights.
425.
Probes. On. Windshield heat on. Wing cowl off. Continuous ignition on.
And Houston approach,
TCAS.
United 21, we have
TAR.
changed the runway to 8 right for the guest at 2
CAS.
arrival, and we have obtained Echo with
Takeoff config okay. You want to clear the CAS?
Yeah, clear for
United
us.
21, thank you much.
Perfect, thank you.
Alright. Forward takeoff checklist complete.
Perfect. All right, we're ready to get out of here.
Approach, United 21, just confirming we're clear to descend via the start.
United 21, descend via the guest or two.
Sigma, gets it to United 21, thanks.
Approach Seabreeze 521, runway 22, ready, go.
Seabreeze 521, turn left. Left turn heading 360. Runway 22, clear for takeoff.
Left turn 360, runway 22, clear for takeoff, Seabreeze 521. Clear
Left turn
clear right.
360. Interesting. Lights are on, perfect. And we'll go ahead and put that yoke down. Fuel
We got
imbalance.
that fuel imbalance.
Just turn on that tank really fast, and we'll get out of here.
All right. All right, be cognizant of that if we lose an engine.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect. And here we go.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead clear.
Thanks.
Clear
All right. Set thrust.
Thrust set.
Perfect.
Here's APR on. Airspeed alive.
Thanks.
80.
Check.
And 1 hold. V1, rotate. V2. Positive rate, gear up.
Gear up.
United 425, turn right heading 360.
Looking for 400 feet AGL.
Yeah. 400.
All right, and we're gonna go ahead and start that left-hand turn towards 360, which makes absolutely no sense to me, but
Master caution.
United 1469, depart Gusher heading 40.
all right, heading mode. Let's do flight level claim mode. Flight level change up to 200 knots, please.
Depart Gusher heading 140, descending 6,000 at 1469. Seabreeze 521, Houston, departure radar contacts, altitude.
Master 2000 for 5,000, Seabreeze 521.
Seabreeze 521, clear direct Willis, climb maintain 16,000.
Alright. Clear direct, boys. Climb maintain 16,000, Seabreeze 521.
Well, that was to Willis.
Direct Willis, sorry about that, Seabreeze 521. I couldn't tell if that was his accent or not.
Direct Willis.
Alright, Willis.
And we'll keep that turn. And let's go ahead and get flaps up.
Okay, flaps up. After takeoff check.
Turn right heading 060. Maintain 3,000 until steps on the localizer clear to ILSA right.
6. You want nav?
Yes, please, nav both.
Nav. You want flight level change?
Yeah, flight level change.
Okay. I got LNAV 1, flight level change, speed's coming up.
Alright, perfect. And I'll go ahead and I'll engage the autopilot. Alright, and here we are.
Okay, landing gear up, flaps 0. Thrust reducers.
There you go. United 2140, push in, start is approved. Push up to spot 8, get out. Give me a call when ready for taxi.
Spot 8, get out for cover taxi, United 2140. Thanks.
These checks. PAX transition.
There's Houston Hobby, man, home base.
Yep.
All right, and we're out of here, and we should be probably.
425, winds 110 to 11, so runway A right, clear to land. That 425, you got a gate assignment? Roger.
Future. Signs, passenger signs, CAS, auto. After takeoff checklist complete. Alright. I'm gonna get up and close those shut-off valves. That's where fatigue starts to kick in.
Yeah. Alright, let me go ahead and set her. Let's go ahead and scroll this up to 280. And then I'll go ahead. Come to
There's 10,000.
Yeah, 10,000. I'll go ahead and come to the performance page. I forgot to set the VNAV, so we'll come 280/.80. And I'll come to the next page. All right, there we go.
Yep. Service terminated. Over to the dark side. Sea breeze 521. See you guys.
All right, wonderful. Now we'll go ahead and scroll up to we'll go and scroll up to 380 then. Perfect. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So successful departure route. Had a couple issues on departure with that whatever it's called imbalance.
Yeah. You had a few fuel gremlins there.
Yeah.
Worked it out there.
But yeah, man. I mean, like, if you want, let's talk a little bit about Coastal Meridian and what it is.
Yeah.
How about we start off with
1,000 here?
Yeah. First off, you see, I'm telling you, man. First off, is keeping the captain in line.
Right. All right. Okay, lights coming off.
Oh, lights coming off. Standing pressure.
Okay, standard. Lights coming off. All right.
Yeah, we can go turn off the fastest seatbelt signs.
All right. All right, man.
Do you want that upper menu page turned off out of curiosity?
Which menu?
Your MFD.
Yeah, I like it like this here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we got keep saying check alternate fuel, but we don't need an alternate today since airport we're going to has freaking beautiful weather, clear skies, 10 statute miles visibility. So we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like we got a layer of clouds just building below us in the past like 30 seconds. Honestly, I might not even be able to do a turn, man. It's getting pretty late, honestly.
I mean, me too, brother.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting like that fatigue, if you will, starting to set in.
There you go. That's what happened to me. I usually never, you know me, I always close those fuel shutoff valves. And I didn't close them, so.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's why we got that master caution. But good on us. Good on the crew. You know, for continuing and, you know, staying sterile and flying the aircraft, even though we have, you know, big bright yellow flashing lights flashing in our faces.
Yeah.
Happens.
You know, it's like I feel like a lot of people get a misconception about aviation by watching those Just Flight videos and the Just Planes videos, you know, where they're like, you know, mistakes happen in the cockpit, man. Right? That's just the nature of the game. If you think
This is my third leg, man. We're gonna be
I mean, like, you know, if it's your third leg, man, you're freaking turning the wrong knob when you're turning the heading button when you're trying to touch your speed, right? You're flipping the wrong. You're flipping the beacon light off instead of the anti-clear. You're making simple mistakes like that, right? And that's just the nature of aviation.
Yeah.
So, and people watch Just Planes videos. I mean, like, you have to imagine, right? The company is going to choose their most professional, but they're probably the most senior pilots, the most professional.
They're going to choose their most well-rested pilots. Yeah. You guys that just woke up.
Yeah.
You know,
They're gonna have that hour briefing, right? Like nobody's briefing like that. Let's be honest with ourselves, right? Most crew members don't know where they're flying to until they get to the plane, right? They're like, okay, dispatcher did my flight planning. I don't need to worry about anything, right? And that's just the nature of aviation, right? Once you get past your Part 91, Part 135, where you may or may not have a dispatcher, you know, you're relying purely on a dispatcher.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just speaking on that, man, I'm actually really excited for. I'm really thoroughly enjoying Coastal Meridian, man, flying this jet. You know, it's a jet that you know, it's a beating heart, right? It has veins, right? Hydraulic veins, fuel veins, right? Pneumatic veins. It's a living, breathing aircraft. You know, anything can fail at any time. I have failures set up in this plane, and it's just awesome. You know.
Yeah.
How we have it set up here at Coastal Meridian, right, is every pilot has his plane. I have my plane, which is 521. Max First Officer Bones here has 524, and another member has 522. You know, and we all fly these Challenger 650s around making money. We try to do as many dual cockpit as possible, right? It doesn't matter, at least to us, to me, and Max, I assume, who's flying and who's monitoring. It's all about the experience, right?
Absolutely. We do everything 10 out of 10 realistic here. We have SOPs. We have a whole
crew lanyards.
Yeah, we have crew lanyards, SOPs, ORMs. You know, you saw us running the QRC there on the startup. We had a fuel imbalance. So we do everything.
We try. We
did try.
Yeah, I'm sure we probably, like, if there's some like if Jamal's watching, somebody's probably gonna get pissed off. Like, you're doing this wrong. We're doing it to the best of our abilities, to be frank, right?
Well, yeah.
You know, obviously we don't have the real type rating. We're new. We're still getting used to it, but we're not gonna lie about that. Like some people we know, but we're learning, right? And that's the point of aviation, right? The moment you think you know it all is the moment you're gonna get smacked in the butt, and that's just the truth of the matter.
Yeah, we will all forever be students of aviation, so there is no graduating.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so it looks like we got fuel balance. The fuel's balanced right now. Wonderful. Yeah, so why don't you talk about your channel, First Officer Bones, where can we find you at?
Yeah, you can find me at First Officer Bones. I'll drop it in the comment section, or I'll leave a comment.
I'll pin it.
And yeah, you can find me there to see similar content, realistic content, real flows, and real checks. And yeah, you'll find me doing my side of Coastal Meridian. If you guys have already seen me, you'll probably know that I already have my own charter airline. It was called Gulf Meridian. Almost forgot it. Yeah. But yeah, if you're wondering where that went, well, you're looking at Gulf Meridian. All right, this is the new Gulf Meridian. We decided to do a merger. I take 50% of the board, the one takes the other. We got rid of our citations. We fly only exclusively Citation 650s. So one's brand new. We leased them out, and
hopes of buying new ones. Brand. We're hoping to own these one day.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where we're at now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's for the better, man. Honestly, I mean, like, I love the Citation 10, man, but I just feel that the Challenger 650 just blows it out of the water and almost every step of the journey.
Yeah, absolutely. The Challenger is my new baby.
Yeah.
I went into it thinking like, oh, I'm gonna fly this once, but no, I can't put. I mean, this is my third leg of the day. Yeah, this is. And we'll sleep in Arkansas tonight, I guess, and take it back.
Yeah. The people in the back just let me know that the contract signing got pushed back a little bit later, right? And due to our crew, Max's crew rest, we're going to have to, unfortunately, prolong this journey a little bit overall. We got a nice, we're going to be staying in a Hampton Inn, actually, in this small little town. Free breakfast, right? I look for that. They have free hotel breakfast from 5 a.m. till 9:30 tomorrow. So, waffle machine there. That's always important. You got to make sure the waffle machine.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Waffle machine.
I mean, I would say, honestly, currently, Coastal Meridian has been a big success, right? I mean, obviously, me and Max are flying. We have another guy who flies, too. We've been making a lot more money than I originally thought we were going to make. Because I thought, honestly, we were going to go bankrupt and we'd have to restart, considering some poor financial choices on my end. But no, we're pulling through. We're honestly turning a positive now. Yeah, and, I mean, there's more to this to come. Obviously, this isn't the only thing that's going to be on both of our channels, I assume. I'm going to have a new series coming out soon. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Uncertified Pilot, but he's a fellow flight simmer, actually, who has my complete and utter respect. He unfortunately stopped producing his videos about 7 years ago. Really wish him well. If he's probably not going to see this, but if he is, man, you're the best, honestly. But I'm going to try to pick up in his shoes, right? I'm going to go and get my V ratings on Pilot Edge, most likely. And, yeah, we'll work. We're going to go start from the basics, right? I'm currently going through CFI in real life. Most likely to be a CFI very soon. But I'm going to go through the instrument ACS, or the private ACS. We're going to do private pilot maneuvers till we master them in a simulator. Then we're going to go to instrument. Do our instrument maneuvers. Once we have our Cat 12, we're gonna go for a Cat 11 or I-11, and then who knows where this is gonna go. I mean, I've already purchased a Cessna. Expect that on July 9th, actually, as we reach our cruising altitude.
Awesome.
Yeah. The only other thing I'll be posting too is obviously my baby is Coastal. Coastal Airways best virtual airline. I mean, hands down. If you're not flying for Coastal, or you don't know what Coastal is, check out FSBN. It's the most realistic virtual airline, hands down. I mean, imagine if like Southwest wanted to treat things realistically, right? We have, yeah, that's the only way to put
Southwest
it, man.
Southwest VA. Not the real Southwest. Southwest VA.
Yeah. SWVA.
Well, I mean, you can say Southwest. I mean,
we know what we're talking about. Yeah, obviously, I'm not saying that we're more realistic than the real life operator, but.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but taking off out the closed runways is.
Yeah, like I said earlier, man. Like I said earlier, people get that. Oh man, aviation is ultra realistic. No, man.
Oh yeah.
No, like we're landing on freaking taxiways. Yeah. We have your good pilots. You got your bad pilots. Everybody has every airline has their best pilot and their worst pilot, right? We have a insider actually at United who was telling us some stories about a captain at a regional airline. I don't want to get specific, just in case, but she was based at a certain airport, and when she lived at another crew base, that she could 100% hold the line up, but claimed that she was actually scared of that base and didn't want to move there. And yeah, I mean, like that should speak volumes. I mean, we're not talking about like a private pilot. We're talking about a captain at an airline. So.
Oh yeah. And that even so, I mean, you could have your best pilot ever. I mean, best guy, most seasoned guy. Air Force, ex-Air Force, ex-military. The whole 9 yards, and you put him in by leg 5, man. He's gonna be yawning and flipping, leaving the lights on and screwing the wrong knobs and all that. So, we have if you look at this, right, we have a fatigue gradient and the flight deck. So, it's later in the day. Right, we got Captain over there yawning.
Yeah,
we got a first officer on their third leg.
I mean, Captain's been up since like 5 a.m. this morning, and it's currently 10 o'clock.
Captain's physically fatigued. First officer has been mentally fatigued from his, because you have a work time gradient. So this is a pretty realistic setup we got here in the flight deck.
Oh, by the way, off topic, Max, but is this stream automatically going to save to my channel?
Yes, it will.
Okay,
no,
wonderful.
no buttons need to be pressed.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you, like, I mean, I'm obviously not in the airlines, and I'm probably a couple years out from being in the airlines, right? But I can tell you at my school that we have the same issue, right? Our school pushes people out the doors, so we get a lot of issues with pilots just being fatigued, man. I mean, we have crashes at our school, right? I'm not going to mention the names, but recently we had a pilot forget to switch tanks in one of the aircrafts we were in, burn the tank dry, and crashed, right? Because they never thought to switch a tank. I mean, that if that doesn't scream fatigue, it was the instructor's, like, I think like 5th flight of the day or something like that. It was near the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
He was probably up since 5 a.m. doing grounds and stuff, right? Because I mean, our school, you get a lot of hours at our school, but you get work to the bone, right? So I mean, like, I mean, at some point, you know, I mean, also my ground instructor for CFI we were having a conversation, and he said he legitimately was so tired that on downwind, he closed his eyes for 2 seconds, and he woke up from the student landing on the ground. So fatigue's a real thing in aviation.
I mean, shout out to all my instructors out there. I remember some of my earliest, you know, flying memories of flying planes. I remember it was a while ago now. This was like pre-pandemic now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I made it to the airport, and it was my discovery flight there at a Part 61 local, and I come out, and so the first ever CFI I ever flew with. This dude, I mean, he had bags under his eyes. He had a coffee. It was like a half drinking Starbucks coffee in his hand.
Probably like lukewarm.
Yeah. His hair was a little bit disheveled. You know, he was a little bit tired. He was really chill. He let me fly the plane a lot. Probably because he was tired, but
honestly,
he actually did let me do steep turns and stalls and whatnot, which was pretty cool. And he said I was a natural at it, and that's kind of what sparked me off and made me go get my private. So
honestly, yeah, respect. I remember my first ever discovery flight, man. I probably did. So I was, I think, around 12 at the time, right? I've been in the flight sim or the flight, honestly, like aviation for about a decade now, and I did my first discovery flight around I think 12 years old or so, maybe 11, and it was, I mean, honestly, dude, like the flight was a bastard. My ass was numb. Like we flew, I think the flight was about 4 hours. I want to say it was an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back, and you could tell the start, like. You could tell he didn't want to be there, if we're being honest, right? The guy was a little bit older. Where did you
find a 4-hour discovery flight?
It was so at that school, right? I don't go there anymore, but they had different packages, right? So there was like, there's like the average discovery flight where you take off and you mess around a little bit and you come back and land. Then there was the Disney Adventure, they called it, where you take off, you fly around there, and then you land. The other one was flying to the Space Coast, and that is essentially flying from, at the time this school was on the other edge, so it was probably about 70 or 80 miles, honestly, there and back. Or sorry, there and then another 80 back. This was not in a Cessna. This wasn't in a 150. This wasn't like a Tecnam P22 or 72 or whatever it is. It's a light sport Tecnam. The doors didn't close all the way, right? The only thing that was keeping the doors closed was the air force coming from the propeller, right? I mean,
right, slipstream.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah. So, I mean, we flew there, and I remember like we were there. We overflew the runway, and we got about 15 minutes in, and then the departure actually changed out of the international airport, and we had to fly around that. And I remember flying over the airport, and I'm like, this is awesome, but I want to land because I am tired and my ass hurts. So that was my first discovery flight, man. You could tell the instructor didn't want to be there, man. I'm sure he probably this was probably the bane of his existence. So
I'm sure he's at the airlines now, loving it.
yeah, dude. Honestly, I always thinking about that. Like my old instructors are definitely probably making $50,000 a year or $500,000 a year right now.
My first instructor, he did play for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, really?
For a little bit. He got out of baseball and became wanted to become an airline pilot and came over and worked his way up to the CFI, and that's how I met him. But
off topic, dude. There's a freaking mosquito. I didn't know what it was, but it was on my leg. And
mosquito in the cockpit. Oh my gosh!
I just slapped my leg, and a bunch of blood came out. So yeah. But anyway, you can continue, man. That was disgusting. Yeah, that's nasty, man, and it itches.
Yeah, but he was really cool. I would get afternoon flights because my school was a joint 141 Part 61 school. So I'd get so my school loved the 141 because 141 they gave them more money up front. So Part 61, it was kind of like an airline schedule. We'd get like the scraps, you know. You'd be lucky if you got like Tuesday at 5 p.m. You know, you better rush home. And, you better rush home and fly. And you know, I would often get pushed to the afternoons. And
that's awesome.
There's my instructor there. He would, you know, sit there
smoking
with
a cigarette.
But I mean, even then, you know, you could be that fatigued and still have private pilot knowledge, right? That deeply ingrained in your head, and you're still teaching it. I mean, that's skills. That's a skill. That's major respect to CFIs, man.
Yeah. I mean, I would say one thing. I think a unique thing that I've experienced, that I'm sure a lot of people else have experienced, was I've had my fair share of bad CFIs, man. I remember I had this girl CFI, man, very attractive woman, I'll say, very attractive. I figure I'd throw that out there, right? Cause I probably put up with a little. If it was a male CFI, I would have probably kicked it to the curb, you know. But she was a very, very pretty woman, right? But she was the worst CFI, man. Like I'd had to book my flights with her. Like typically with your CFI, you'll be like, "Oh, I'm available this day and this day," and they'll build the schedule. No, with her, I had to build my own schedule, and she would never respond to my text like, "Hey, can we fly? Are you available tomorrow?" She would never respond, man. And it took.
Dude, you don't want money?
Yeah, dude, it was awful, man. Like it got to the point where like my parents were like, "Are you going to fly?" And I'm like, "She's not responding." So one day my mom made me give or she called down to the school and got her phone number, and I called her and fucking I assume screamed her ear off, and she relinquished me as her student, which I should have done previous, but yeah, she's now flying, I believe, medevac, I want to say, which yeah, and then funny enough, I got her boyfriend, who was also you see, the worst thing in my opinion an instructor can do, right, is an instructor not being able to teach something two different ways.
Yeah.
So and not only that, but he also hated so my short field landings were beautiful before going into this flight school, right?
Yeah.
Her boyfriend, I'm not going to say his name, but I believe he's flying Citation 10 now. He could only do short field landings a certain way, which was kind of lawn darting it in. But I always kind of had the more airliner approach, where you're kind of in a prolonged flare, and then you kind of chop the power. That's how I always did it, and it works, obviously.
Yeah.
But he just could not believe that I could do it that way, so he would never let me do it. And I remember he's like, "Fine, do it your way then." And I did it once, and I kind of messed up. And he's like, "You see, your way doesn't work. My way works." You know what I mean? I should have stopped it then, but I kept going with them, and then I ended up having to switch instructors again. So I've had my fair share of bad instructors.
And from a CFI and training's perspective, what psychologically, what do you think that instructor? What type of infractions was that instructor kind of committing?
So I mean, the issue is, right, The issue I believe that he was having. Okay, there's another mosquito in here. That's awesome. The issue, in my opinion, right, is I would never be that instructor, right?
Yeah.
Because like the thing is you have to let the student. You're not there to tell the student that they need to do it your way. You're there to help guide the student to find their way, right? So if they're doing something wrong, right, let them experiment with it. Once they say, okay, that's wrong, then you kind of guide them in this direction. Who knows? Maybe they'll find an in between, right? Like, you know what I mean? So, but if you're there, like for instance, right, if you're trying to land, like, imagine having like an instructor, right, who says that you need to land this way. And if not, then you're a terrible pilot. That's kind of how he was. So I went to a new instructor, and I swear to you, not even like if I messed up the same way that with the previous instructor. He said, "Oh, maybe try this." I'm like, "Okay." And essentially what he said was, instead of having my RPM so high, just bring it out a little bit more and bring my nose down. Bada bing, bada boom, right on the marks. That's an instructor right there, right? He subtly modified my approach. And now I'm hitting this point. Instead of saying that your way doesn't work, let's work on fixing your way, right? Because that's what you're comfortable with. You know what I mean? And I mean that's like, if you can be like that, you'll be a great instructor, right? You need to realize, like, it's like that old college teacher that is stuck in his ways and he will never learn a new way. Right? And that's the truth, you know. And one day,
old dog, teaching old dog new tricks. Yeah.
You know what? You know what's funny though? He's gonna be that captain that nobody wants to fly with.
Yeah. Oh, what do we got?
Don't worry about that. It's just auto ATC.
Okay.
I mean, have you ever had an experience with an instructor who just like could not wrap his mind around something that you did, but the way you did worked?
So the part 61 I went to, everybody was really, I really stick. That's the one thing about 161. So if you find someone you like, you know, you can stick with them forever. I did have an instructor, so I actually had two instructors. I consider myself lucky, because I know there's some guys who go through 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 instructors, you know, until they find the right groove. But the first instructor, so the second instructor I had, he was a cool dude. He was the Tampa Bay Rays guy. So I flew with him actually back to get my discovery flight, and I found out, you know, when I started my first lesson, a little bit of ways later, that he was still a CFI there. I don't know if he's at the airlines now, but
hopefully,
yeah, he was a CFI. Yeah, he was a CFI for a really long time, actually, for a lot longer. Even during the gold rush, which is interesting. Well, I wonder why he stayed a CFI. I guess he loved it so much, which is, I mean, dude, salutes to you, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have this one CFI. She was a little. She just didn't care.
Awesome.
You could tell she was in it for the money. And she was chasing, you know, she was chasing after a pot of gold, and she really treated me like I was a
paycheck,
a stepping stone, you know, like a not a student, but more of like a stepping stone to the airlines, right?
Yeah.
She was very passive. Now, you know, she would often use her cellular device when we're taxiing out, kind of not paying attention, which is fine.
Yeah.
But when it gets to the point where I'm sitting there and I'm asking her questions, right, about the plane and taxiing and communications, I'm asking her some questions, some quality questions. She's like, oh, I don't know, shrugs it off, doesn't say anything, and tells me not to worry about it. And that same thing that she tells me not to worry about was on my check ride.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. No, that's it.
So, she was very passive. Luckily, she left my school, and that was by the time I hooked up with I linked up with the Tampa Bay Rays guy. Chill dude, got me through the finish line. But yeah, she definitely she's gonna she's gonna have some fun happens at the regionals.
Yeah, but, I mean, like I said, everything that goes around comes around, right? I mean, that's just how that's how aviation works, right? And that's one thing I always stress. So, like, I love teaching, right? Obviously, I'm in the LRC all the time, giving mock orals for free and stuff, trying to help people become the best pilots they can, right? But the thing I always,
you might need to give me a flight review, a virtual flight review.
Awesome.
PPL, yeah.
But what I always like tell people, right, is the aviation industry is such a small industry, and you never know what's gonna happen, right? Like this is gonna happen, right? At least a couple of times, okay? How many people do you think that were a captain or so at Spirit Airlines, right, when it went bankrupt, are now going to another major where one of their previous students, right, stick with me, one of their previous students is now a captain and or a check captain or a simulator instructor that is now going to be on top. That has to happen all the time, or at least in a decent amount, where now the roles are reversed.
It's a small world, yeah.
So you never know what's going to happen. And so what I would say is, like, why be the person, like, everybody knows who is who, right? Like, that's just how it goes. So why be the person known for, you don't want to fly with that guy because he's XYZ. Why be like that? Just be a cool guy. If you are a decent person, like, everybody's going to like you, you know? Well,
yeah.
Anyways, I'll get off that horse because I don't want to start stepping on toes because I got a lot to say on that matter, man.
So, I bet, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I bet.
Yeah, but
all right,
you know, and that's the last thing I'll say, man. It really pains me too to see a lot of undeserving people have that airline pilot title or NetJets title, you know. While we got people like, for instance, Kevin, the owner of the Pilots Club, man. I don't believe he could find a job, even though he was the 4-year degree and all that stuff, but he just couldn't find a job.
Yeah, it's the unserious. It's you know, people. When I think of this, right, I think of like a cartoonish picture of somebody sitting in a Cessna 172 with their feet up on the glare shield.
Yeah, 100%.
in a student sweating, trying to hold the controls. I mean, you know, it's just the carelessness. I think there's a lot of glamorization. When it comes to this industry. Right.
Oh, jeez. A lot of lies being spread.
Oh, tons of lies. I mean, you know, not to be shady pastor here, but you know, you'll see a lot of YouTube channels, real airline pilots out there, real guys, real ATPs out there, telling people that they can go change their career and they'll be a pilot in 24 calendar months, and you know,
it's like now you just messed up somebody's livelihood, man. Like I don't want to say that, like, if it's your money, do what you want with your money, right? But absolutely. I genuinely think that you would be better off and probably get more enjoyment out of buying like a old. I mean, we got Wing out here who's about to release like a full simulator for about $1,000, maybe a little more. I would say you'd be better off just paying $6,000 buying a full simulator and flying wherever you want to with that, rather than going out wasting $100,000. Not wasting, but let's be for real. Let's call it what it is. You're gonna go spend $100,000 at a school. You're gonna get your CFII, CFII, right? And that's gonna be in about 1.5 years, 2 years, okay? Unless you go to an ultra shady school where you're gonna risk a 709 ride. Then you may or may not get hired at that place, and now you're going to be losing all your money, and you're going to be in debt. And by the time you get to the airlines, right, you're going to have about 5 years left, and you're probably not going to make it to the main line.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. That's what's going to happen, right? Like, I don't think it's worth it to switch. I don't think there should be any career switches, right? unless you're below the age of, I would say 30, like once you're past 30, right? You're kind of like, all right, man, you're kind of pushing it. Like maybe get your private as a recreational activity.
Yeah.
And like if you want to be Captain Canada looks happy to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and we're not trying to be shady pastors here. We're just giving it to you unfiltered. And
that's not what a lot of people want to say. Like we're saying the quiet part. This is what everybody's inside the circle, right, is saying, right? Like you're outside the circle saying, like looking up at the sky, like I want to be a pilot, right? And then you're gonna go look online how to become pilot, and you're gonna see an ATP ad saying we can take you from 0 to hero in about 24 months, right? You're gonna go get your everything in like 6 months, and then after that, if everything goes well, by the way, which nothing ever goes completely according to plan.
Always.
Then you're gonna get your CFI, and you're gonna get your first instructor job the next day. Get freaking 100 hours a month, and there you go. Now you get 1,500 hours, and now you're in the airlines, right?
Absolutely.
If you want to know the true like state of aviation, and I'm not saying that these people are 100% way pessimistic. Go look at the flying Reddit, right? Go look at low time pilot jobs, right? And see the despair that's going on, right? Now I'm not saying these people have. Like, there's a lot of people on there who did everything wrong, and now they're kind of reaping the benefits or the reward. But still, right? Like this is exactly. I mean, I introduced you to somebody who, I mean, like, come on, you know what I mean? So it's unfortunate, but it's the truth, right? Like this is a cutthroat industry, okay? Not everybody's gonna make Go ahead.
Yeah, and I don't think many people know that. I don't know. We might have to turn this into a series, man. We take off a Coastal Meridian jet, put it up at Cruise, do a podcast, something like this. There you go.
Yeah, we could probably do this more often, man. I mean,
absolutely.
It's. I mean,
because I feel like there's a lot of misinformation in this industry, and there's there needs to be some type of like unfiltered airline unfiltered, the bypass line or something like that. The strainer.
Because I'll tell you what, right? The big if you're listening to anybody who's at a turbine jet gig, you're listening to the wrong person because they're typically off. They're out of the loop. Okay. Right now, there is a mass influx of commercial pilots entering the market. Okay, all bare minimum commercial pilots, right? And a lot of them don't have a very strong knowledge bank. Okay, and I'm not saying that you're going to be that person, but you're going to go to a Part 141 school that's going to push you out with bare minimum knowledge. Okay, and now you're going to go to an airline interview or whatever interview you're going to do, and now that you've decided to, instead of taking the low slung road and get that foundation of knowledge, you're going to have bare minimum knowledge. And now you just wasted $100,000, right? And now you got a $1,200 to even $2,000 loan payment every month, making $12 an hour if you do get that instructor gig, right? And that's I'm just calling it what it is, right? And you're probably going to be doing that for the next 2 to 3, 4 years of your life, if you're lucky. Possibly a career CFI.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's just the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to talk about.
Yeah. And another uncomfortable truth, man. I don't want to drop too much today, dude, because we might have to have like little segments, every couple of weeks, and put out one. But I'll go ahead and say it now. You need to. It's okay to dream big, but when you're a private pilot, right, you should not be majoring in the minors, right? You should not. Right now, my goal right now is to become a CFI. My big goal is to, at some point, my big goal is to get turbine time somehow, whether that be like fly for like a little
Part
freighter,
91,
part 135, fly like a little beach craft or something. And then my big goal, God willing, is to make it to a regional. Right, that's my 3 goals. Do you agree that those are reasonable goals?
Yeah, I think they're reasonable goals, and I would say honestly, the dream being sold right now And I'm telling you now, if you were an aspiring student pilot, right? I'm gonna be 100% honest with you because I see this everywhere. Okay, you're not gonna go get your commercial certificate, get your multi-engine add-on, and you're not gonna find a Part 135 flying a turbine jet right off the street. That's not gonna happen, right? There's so many people. There's so many, and it honestly kind of like enrages me a little bit to a certain extent when I see like a PPO saying something along the lines of the hardest decision a student pilot has to make is whether to go Part 135 or to the airline. How about whoever hires you first? How about let's worry about getting your CF? You know what I mean? Like, not trying to be rude, but we're worried about the future. Like, dude, the glamour. Oh my god.
The glamour knob has been cranked to a million, first of all. And what that does is that puts people in a haze, like a trance state, right? I'm gonna, say passing your PPL is a big achievement. Right? That means you hopped over the first gate.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But that does not mean that you should now be thinking of what mainline I'm going to fly for,
Like, we're laughing, but it's true. Like, I'm sorry to say, right, but like the feeling you kind of get when you get your PPL is unmatched. But then you got to look down. You got to look up the stairs. Okay.
I mean, you think you're hot stuff, dude. When you get your PPL, man, you think you're you think you're Chuck Yeager.
No,
it's an awesome feel. Dude, the amount of confidence, and I'm not saying confidence is bad. Dude, confidence saves life in the cockpit. First of all, right. Unconfident pilots, there's graveyards full of them. Right, and there's graveyards full of their passengers. I'm not saying that confidence is bad, but the amount of confidence you gain as a private pilot
will get you killed.
It's more that once you're a private pilot, right? That's where maturity sets in, right? As a pilot, you have to be confident but mature. Confidence without maturity will lead you down that path of you get your PPL and you're in a trance, and you're thinking of whether to go 135 or this, when you don't even know where you're you don't even have your instrument. No airline's looking at
you. And like it's just I mean, at least at my school, maybe it's different in other places, right? But we have a lot of freshly minted, like you wear the uniform, okay? You wear the pilot uniform. You get your first stripe, right? You got the one stripe on, and now you start feeling confident, right? You're walking around other private pilots, like, yeah, I accomplished that, which is good, pat on the back, right? But I'll put it this way, right? I've been doing mock orals for about 2 weeks now at my school, and I haven't really noticed anything, right? But I will say that a lot of these freshly minted private pilots going into their instrument are extremely confident. I'll put it that way. They're extremely confident.
Yeah.
But once we start getting into the weeds a little bit, you kind of start seeing their confidence start to fade, right?
Yeah.
Because it's the first reality check. I went through it. It's impossible. It's important. Like, Max, you're gonna go through it, okay? Like, it's just what it is. Like you think you know a lot until you meet somebody who knows a lot. I had it with my DPE, man. Like, he knows so much that, like, I'm like, what? How do you even begin to start knowing this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And like, that's what it takes, man. Like, it's just, there's so much knowledge, and you don't have to know all the knowledge, right? But you got to have that foundation. And I'll tell you what, the last thing I'll say on the matter, right, and let you talk, Max, is a private pilot. You probably took your pinky finger and scratched the surface on the knowledge that you were going to need to know to become an airline pilot, right? Okay, yeah, your 8 tomato flames. You probably know that. I mean, for instance, the guy I had today, right? He's a lovely kid, right? He's gonna pass his PPO hopefully, right? And then there was also a guy in there today, right? The CFI, or the kid didn't know types of echo. He didn't know what types of echo are. He didn't know what He didn't. What was the other thing we're talking about? He didn't know what Zulu time was. I mean, these are all silly things, right? Like he didn't know how to look through an aircraft logbook. He didn't know what. Like this is all basic stuff. I'm being honest. This is all basic stuff, right? Now, is it above a private pilot to a certain extent? Yeah, I would say a little bit above it. You should know how to look through a logbook, but you shouldn't have to know what all this stuff is. But I think I gave him kind of an insight on what's to come, because he was there's another commercial pilot there. We're talking about in-flight illusions, and the question I asked him, I asked the commercial pilot, right? But the answer he gave me was good enough for a private, but then the commercial pilot answered the question a little bit more in depth than he went. I said that wasn't enough, and then we got into a conversation about it. And you can kind of see the neurons start activating a little bit, and it's like the eyes get a little wider, where he's like, "Oh shit! Like I got to know this." I'm like, "Not now, but in 6 months." You know what I mean? Or in however long. But yeah, you can go ahead and continue, Max. I didn't want to take the microphone too much from you.
That's the main thing. I mean, I was going to add on that. Do not beat yourself up if you don't know something. Like, for example, you were talking about trout lines and ridge lines. Like,
troughs.
I completely forgot troughs and ridge. Yeah, man, I completely forgot that. I had to do the Google of shame. And,
the Google. That's dude. I mean, I did the Google of shames a lot, dude. We were talking about in class today, right? Something super basic of private pilot, man. And he's like, "You guys already know this." I'm like, "I don't know that. I don't remember that." So I had to freaking get up my iPad, freaking Google it up. I'm like, "Oh, that's what it." And don't be a dude. I mean, weren't we just talking to a real life airline about to be a 757 captain or pilot? Excuse me, and didn't know what surface friction was, right? Like, there's the Google of shame. Oh, I didn't even know what that. You know what I mean? There's so much knowledge. You got to have a good foundation, but there's so much. Don't be ashamed if you don't know it all.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm telling you, there's stuff I don't know, right? But I try to learn one new thing a day, right? And
me too.
And I mean, like today I was in a room full of CFIs, and
some, sometimes it's not even a new thing. Sometimes I'm just relearning, some old
forget,
things.
Man, you forget a lot
types
of things.
Types of echo airspace. I was learning that last week. With echo transition and all that. That was
yeah, man. Set VODA, man. Surface extension, transition, VFR corridor, offshore, domestic and route,
domestic
and above
route.
and above 60,000. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, then even getting into like air, like I don't know, like I mean, like aerodynamics, man. At some point in time, right? Like, I'm not sure if it's clicked for you, but at some point in time, you're going to get the click where you start understanding. I think it was to you. No, I think it was another member today who asked me a question on why, if I thought that this plane we're flying right now was unstable, and I'm like, yes, this plane is very, because I guess when he disconnects the autopilot, he was saying that the nose starts to pitch up, and I'm saying that this plane having a naturally nose down attitude causes you to gain speed, right? And what comes with speed, right? Typically lift. It's going to cause your nose to rise, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, like at some point in time, you're going to start getting some things to click on. Okay, that makes sense. And then I'm not there yet, but eventually I'm going to get to the point where I can look at a plane and I can tell how it's going to want to react in certain scenarios.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's just amazing how much knowledge is in this field of work.
And everybody in what you're going to notice is everybody masters one section.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's 18,000 feet.
Yeah, there's 18,000. All right.
So let's go ahead and start running our checklist.
3001.
Yeah, 3001. And then I'll go ahead and come over to yours, and I'll set that checklist. And then short harnesses, passenger signs on, pressurization set, fuel quantity balance. We got 3,000 in balance. Yeah, I think we should do this again, man, where we just take off and we talk in the cruise, and we can talk about things that are unpopular. But I mean, I think it's important to know, right? You got to know the risks of what's happening in this industry.
Hopefully, we name it like bypass.
What is that? Descent checklist complete. I'll just finish that up for you. And then in-range checklist. Perfect, yeah.
Well, about the funny thing about this APU, John, our favorite first officer, turned on the APU at cruise.
Yeah.
And I had to get my APU inspected because it was above its envelope.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I mean, hey, you never know what's gonna happen, dude. So I'll go ahead and actually tune us to the CTAF frequency.
All right.
So just to throw that in there. I mean, it's gonna be a straightforward landing, right? I believe it's a 1-6 left, so we'll stop. And it's gonna be right to our left. So
I'm gonna strap my GoPro to my helmet here, to my headset here.
Yeah.
There we go. GoPro's on.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna let's try to get off at Bravo 3. That's probably gonna be about 4,000 feet down the runway. If not, it doesn't matter. We'll just taxi back anyway. It's no big deal.
APU is to start.
But we have plenty of runway, so runway distance is not. It's more about passenger comfort now, right? So,
Avionics set. Yeah, I got you.
External lights, perfect. Yeah. And one target.
And one target.
Yeah.
You said that?
No, I haven't said it yet. There you go.
Okay. Patch transition.
There we go. Yeah.
That load compressor.
Perfect. There we go.
Yeah. APU jam.
Perfect. Yeah.
CAS. Clear. In-range checklist complete. In-range checklist complete.
All right. I'm probably gonna vector us a little bit, just to get us on a better angle. Not now, obviously, but.
Just a regular ILS in.
Yeah, we'll probably shoot the visual, honestly. So. Don't even worry about the minimums, honestly. It doesn't matter. It's clear skies, sunny day. We'll just use that as a backup. Yeah, man. I'm just thinking about like all the knowledge there is in IFR, man. Like,
dude,
it sounds.
You hit me with the compulsionary points earlier, dude.
Dude, there's something like simple, man, that we were talking about in class, man. I just like totally forgot about it from IFR. It was the types of VOR tests, right? That sounds stupid, but like there's like 4 of them, right? And I just I remember studying so hard an instrument to like there's like the dual VOR, right? That's what everybody does. Right, everybody has 2 VORs on board, so you just compare them to each other, make sure they're within 3 degrees, I believe, before one of the 2. Doesn't matter. But then there's like the VOT, and like there's a bunch of other ones. I just totally forgot about them because they don't matter. But in a check ride environment, they are going to matter. But
and this system is, this system is created for, for people who are going to own their own planes and kind of, fly their own,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. That's perfectly fine. That makes us more astute, more sharp. But that's one thing that I feel like every private pilot should be told before they enter that. You're going to be learning how to own a plane.
Yeah, no, I couldn't put that better myself, honestly. The way you put it there, man. Yeah, dude, exactly. You're not. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, even at this quote-unquote airline academy I'm at, right? We're still being taught things because they say, and like, they say, we're not training you to be the bare minimum, right? We're training you to be an airline pilot, right?
Dude, and that dude, you go to an amazing 141.
Yeah.
That is an amazing place.
I mean, like, dude,
amazing academy.
I mean, I have a lot of friends, right? And I could probably start getting into some things, like, I don't like to, like, talk about my knowledge very much, right? Because, obviously, somebody's always going to know more, right? But I think you've seen a little bit of, like, me getting into the weeds with some people in the mock orals, where, like, if I wanted to, right? Like, if our little friend, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
If our little friend starts mouthing off a little bit, I'll start kind of like getting into some things that he has no clue about. You know,
yeah.
Especially, I mean,
even like the minute wording.
Yeah,
the wording.
Words mean things, right? This is,
I mean,
like,
yeah, dude.
in every check ride you're gonna take, Max, and this I've experienced it too. Your words, be careful with how you word things, right?
Yeah.
Because if you, like I said, right, earlier, right? I'll give you an example, right? I was taking my check ride, or my stage 1 commercial, right? And we were talking about the requirements actually of what requires a type rating, what doesn't, right? I said, he's like, what requires a type rating? And I was in my kind of nerve. I get a little bit nervous before my stage checks, and I said, we're talking about, I said, turbine engines need a type rating. He said, turbine engines? I'm like, yeah, turbine engines. I said, really? And then he pulled up a picture of a Grand Caravan, a Cessna Grand Caravan, and said, does this need a type rating? I knew for a fact it did, and I said no. He said, why? And we kind of got into a little debate about it. I'm like, I mean, it's just a complex aircraft, right? It's a high performance complex, right? Then the FAA hasn't came out and said it doesn't need one, right? It doesn't weigh over 12,500. Yeah, I went through the whole thing with them, and then ultimately it came down that he wanted to talk about this and be a little asshole about it because I said turbine engine instead of turbofan.
There you go.
You know,
or like even little stuff like oxygen requirements, minimum required.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, like, because I mean, like, they'll get into the weeds, right? Like let's say we're flying this plane right here, right? Minimum required crew would probably me, the 2 pilots, and maybe one flight attendant, right? That would be the quote unquote minimum required crew. So they may be like, okay, well, if there's a second lady back there, right? Who, like, you know what I mean? Like, does she need oxygen? Well, what's the minimum required crew? Yeah, and now we're in a discussion about this. That
frenzy. Yeah.
I mean, now we could end up in Narnia when all you had to say was the minimum required crew.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Or also too, right? Passengers, right? The passengers must be supplied with oxygen, right? So we had a kid earlier say they must have oxygen.
Oh.
Right, and that sounds stupid, right? And now the kid, the person getting mocked, kind of had like a moment of realization of what the kid said, and was like, oh, they must have oxygen, like they have to be wearing it. And then now the kid didn't know where to go. You know, you can kind of just see him start trying to bullshit. Like that's called. He's like starting to bullshit, like, oh, well, blah, 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 trying to give like an answer that can go both ways. And he's like, no, I want the, you know what I mean? And like that's just no. This was just a mock girl. Now imagine it's a check ride. You know what I mean?
Well, that's an understand. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You have to know, a check ride is just so much more than, what it seems like, not only do you have to have your knowledge, but you also have to know how to convey your knowledge.
Yes.
And you also know
absolutely.
You also need to know,
poker
basic
face
social tactics, to backtrack if something goes wrong.
Dude, you got to know how to talk about the, I'm not sure what the plane's doing currently, actually.
All right, we're climbing. Okay.
Yeah. All right, now we're
getting pressed into my seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, now we're descending. All right.
Okay. Watch the negative. Okay. Yeah, I felt that in my pit.
I'm gonna go ahead and actually turn on vertical speed, and just so we can stop that kind of silliness we have going on. And actually we'll go and start slowing down to 200 knots. There's.
All right. 200 knots.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead.
Speed breakout.
Nah, we're about to pitch up some, so you see, we'll be up to speed. Yeah.
All right.
And actually, I'll go ahead and come do this, execute that, and I'll go ahead and click nav mode, and we'll use nav mode here.
LNAV1.
There we go.
Yeah, autopilot BBS -700.
Alright. So we're going down to 200 knots right here. Yep. Once we turn onto final, we'll slow down to 180 knots and throw flaps out.
You're looking good here.
Yeah.
Okay, APUs. Things I can get upstairs.
Yeah, this is not clear. This is not 10 statute miles visibility, man, honestly. I don't think so. I'll go ahead and lower this down to the next point.
Okay, you're out of 4,000 for 3. You're scrolling down now.
Yeah, let's see what this is on the chart. Let's go and put it down to 3,000, honestly. That should be fine. There we go, and I'll turn
Too low, terrain.
We got visual, so.
Okay, yeah.
Too low, terrain.
Yeah, we got a visual of it, so.
Terrain.
We can disregard that, actually.
Too low,
Roger, we'll disregard. If we do get a corrective warning, we do have to take corrective action.
Yeah, no, if it's just going to do this.
Terrain.
Roger.
Too low, terrain.
There's that turn. You want to get flaps 20?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do flaps 20 out, and we'll slow down to 180 knots.
Too low, terrain. 2,500. Too low, terrain.
I'm not really sure what terrain it's talking about. It's just a flat. Oh, there we got the airport inside too, right there.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why
All
this
right.
is.
Look at that beauty out there. What is that? Looks like somebody's house is like out in the sticks.
All right, we got to approach lock 1.
All right. Yeah, I got
it. There's one above right there. So let's go ahead and go down to 160, and let's do flaps 2, gear down flaps 2 rather.
Okay. Flaps 30, gear down.
Perfect.
Flaps 20 indicated, gear down. Landing gear lever down. No steer. Armed. Anti-skid. Test.
And,
okay. Flap 30 indicated, gear down. Indicated. Exercise. Wing cow. Continuous ignition.
And we'll go flaps full too.
Thrust reversers. Okay. Pause checklist. Thrust reversers. Flaps 45.
Yeah.
Speed verify. Spoilers. Stowed auto.
Too low, terrain.
Flaps set. CAS checked. The forward landing checklist complete.
Too low, terrain.
Yeah, I'm like have no clue what it's talking about right now. I'm not sure what terrain it's referring to.
Yeah.
Too low, terrain.
We might be having a GPS error. I'm gonna go look down here.
Too low, terrain.
Maybe a GPS error.
Yeah, I just turned it off, man. It's
all right.
You know, and I think I'll just go ahead and take her from here. Honestly, we're landing on 1/6 left.
What's even the name of this airfield here? Arkansas.
Yeah, it's called like Arkansas something airfield.
Yeah. That's guard 122.8. I don't know the tower.
I already put it in there. Tower frequency. It's on COM 1 to 1.7.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah.
And Arkansas regional traffic, Seabreeze 521, landing 16 left.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a peculiar aircraft to get used to, considering you come from a 737. Yeah. Having this nose down attitude is definitely interesting, but 1,000 feet stabilized.
Roger. Yeah, it's definitely a peculiar plane. Okay, 2 whites, 2 red on the poppies.
Looking good, yeah.
Good nose.
Little wind there, dropping us a little bit, but no issue.
Yeah, we got 10 knots quartering. 10 knots quartering headwind.
Perfect.
500.
All right, starting to look at the beginning of the runway.
Roger. Here's your thrust.
Thank you.
Flight slow. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oop, floating around.
Yeah. It's alright, we're wheels down now, spoilers up.
Yeah.
2 in reverse.
Not the best, but we're down.
Reverse.
And reversers out.
80
Decelling.
knots.
80 knots, yeah. Take left when we can. Very early flare on my part.
All good, man. It's...
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we got a... See, we got a stuck reverser. Let's hope it goes.
Stuck reverser.
Oh, they're both going out now. There we go.
It happens perfectly fine.
All right, taking left here and taxi back to the FPO. Let them all out.
Left turn.
Yeah, as you know, this plane doesn't like to turn, so I like to keep it extra gentle.
Yeah. So the plan when we shut down, I'm gonna go ahead and run outside, pin it up real quick.
Yeah.
And then we'll hitch a ride to the hotel.
Yeah. I heard there's a nice bar actually up the street. So.
Yeah. All right.
You know what they say, man. Snow Bunny University, man. So.
Right.
Oh, what do we do? Yeah, we're actually charter pilots. Actually, Coastal Meridian. We fly private jets.
Anti-collision. Continuous off. Windshield heats off. Focus.
Yeah, dude. What an awesome plane this is,
Okay.
dude.
After landing check was complete. Hey, not to get any get there-itis, but you know.
I know.
Tired.
Oh yeah, yeah, not to get their itis either, but yeah, we're taxing pretty at a reasonable pace right now, man. I know. Trust me, I understand the need to get there, but my goal is to get there as safe as possible, right? That includes the taxi. You know what they say, man. Taxiing, and this is some first officer knowledge for you, right? Some captain knowledge to you, the first officer, right? A taxi is always to be slow and controlled, right?
Hmm.
And because if you're not,
God.
what?
It's an MD-80. It's an MD-11 get an overhaul. Those things are. Look at that.
Oh yeah, what the heck? You know, and I understand people don't like X-Plane, man, but you don't see this anywhere else.
Look at that. This is a random airport in Arkansas.
Yeah, this is literally. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
It's beautiful. It's bare metal MD-11. That's good looking. Yeah, right there.
What I'll say too, right, is slow and controlled is the way to go. If you're not slow and controlled, you end up like that Southwest to try to take off the taxiway in Orlando, right? You try to get there too fast, right? You want to get your state. I understand, right? But at the end of the day, you got to be safe. You got to be slow. You got to be controlled. But we'll go ahead and park up here to the right in front of the FBO as we usually do.
Arkansas Regional, Seabreeze 521 clear for 9165 Arkansas.
All right, we'll take it right up here, and then we'll go ahead and turn her around. Actually, cool. You got the de-ice trucks right there. If you see that,
yeah.
And we'll swing her around like this. All right, park and brake on.
Cool. Park and brake on. Let's shut it down.
All right, slow it down. Yeah.
Brake set. Reverse thrust. Stowed. 2 engines in the shut off. Generators 1 and 2 off. Fuel boost pumps off. Anti-ice off. 14th stage check. Ecomites is on. No steer off. Standby TCAS.
All right, actually, I'll go out there really fast and
yeah,
and I'll yeah, thank you guys for flying with us here today, man. I hope I wish you the best of luck with your business deal going on. Yeah, I have to set the plane, but feel free to do what you got to do. Down here, I'll go ahead and throw these on. I'll throw these on really fast. Trying to get to the hotel. And, yeah, you know the plan is nice. Yeah, you know what we're gonna do at the hotel. Oh, first officer mistake here. The first officer forgot to clamp the bolt. So the nose door, you forgot to clamp it shut.
Oh man, that thing's flopping around.
Nah, dude, there's too much air pressure. It'd be pinned there. Yeah.
I'm getting my bags right now.
Wonderful. Alright, I'll go ahead and close that. I'll go ahead and put the chocks in place.
Let me know when the chocks are in place. I'll commence the full shutdown.
Chocks are in place now. Yeah, once you're done, I'll go ahead and disconnect the battery.
Alright, I'll let you know.
Phenomenal trip, actually. Great job, First Officer Bones. Please, if anybody is watching, it's kind of a mandatory thing. You got to go subscribe to First Officer Bones. That's just how the cookie crumbles, right? So.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, like we said, we try to do things as realistic as possible. Obviously, there's going to be some slip-ups here and there. Obviously, we're not type-rated on the jet, okay? If we were type-rated, okay, we shouldn't be slipping up, but... Yeah, there we go, perfect.
Yeah, there's definitely something up with that TAWS. Ain't nothing a fresh on and off won't do. Alright, get your bags, let's go.
Yeah, I got my bags, perfect. Alright, there we go. You can close the door and I'll go mess with the battery. Let's get that disconnected. Alright. Yeah, let's go, I'm gonna go talk to Jenny.
Alright.
Hey guys, oh, did I do the landing? No, that was actually the first officer. Yeah, I know it's pretty firm, but he's still learning the jet. Hey Jenny, yeah, phenomenal flight here. Yeah, just the first officer kind of had a little, wasn't the best landing as you probably saw. Yeah, all that matters is we got down safe and we're back safe, right? That's what matters. So, yeah, Jenny. What are we doing after? Oh yeah, me and First Officer Bones here are gonna go. There's actually this tavern up the street that we're gonna go get pretty drunk at. Our next flight tomorrow is probably gonna be like 24 hours, so we can definitely like snag a wink week, beat the reg. Oh, here he is. Here, yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's get out of here. Nice talking to you, Jenny. Yeah.
Dude, I'm so tired out, and I can't even walk straight, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, man, it's a late night, man. It's a late night. Okay,
Yeah.
that jet lag's hidden, man. We can go ahead and anyways, yeah, thanks for if you guys were watching, man. Thank you guys for watch. Hope you enjoyed this. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
it's fun. It should be educational to a certain extent, but yeah, hopefully you learned something new and
Yeah, I hope you did.
make sure you go check out First Officer Bones. I might be on this channel every now and then, and vice versa, right? So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, keep the blue side up, brown side